David?
Your question is?
My question was, when you shot that finale, it was a...
I think we, every season, aside from like in maybe the middle, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, we kind of shot a legitimate ending to the show. So it's always in Chris's hands to try to resurrect the show from wherever he left it that final time. So it just seemed to me like another end, and if it was the end, then so be it, and if not, and luckily it wasn't up to me to try to get us out of that,
And Chris, you have 10 episodes now to play with versus 6. Is it easier to sort of juggle that balance or strike that balance between mythology and standalone Monster of the Week, having more?
I think it's more like the seasons that people are familiar with, where we would do 20 to 25 episodes and there'd be long arcs rather than a really steep arc like we did with 6 episodes. We'd never done that before, so 10 feels like the right mix.
And some of my favorite episodes, Darren Morgan is back for his regular episode. Those are some of my favorite episodes. What can you say about the plot, Chris, of his episode this time around?
These guys just filmed it, so I'm going to actually let them talk about it. It's as you come to expect with a Darren Morgan episode. It's original, idiosyncratic, very, very funny. It's a thumb in the eye of the show itself. Anyway.
That kind of says it all, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, what I find, the thumb in the eye business, I find really interesting because aside from being a thumb in the eye to the show, Darren seems to have a special hatred of Mulder, that he's exercising some personal demons by attacking the character of Mulder. And I love his scripts, and I find it very interesting to try to play the same character while deconstructing and self-destructing the character at the same time. So Darren always presents special challenges in that way.
And also, all of his characters that he writes, other than Mulder and Scully, are aspects of himself. And the main character in his episode this season looks identical to him, like a...
What do you mean?
I'm allowed to say that, aren't I?
I think so.
I think
Really?
the picture of the actor has already been tweeted out, so yes. Yeah, is that right?
No.
Okay.
He's just on the screen.
Never mind.
But with the Darren episode, do you show up to work one day and you're like, oh, we're doing this today, and you sort of have to wrap your head around that? What kind of, can you give us any hints about what you had to wrap your head around this time around? Like physically or something else?
They've worked with Darren before. I finally got to do a Darren Morgan episode. And he said to me, okay, I'm going to let you do the scene, say the line the way you want to say it, and then I'm going to tell you how I want you to say it. So I did it, and then he goes, okay. Yeah. So he comes to me and he goes, okay, make it bigger, bigger, a lot bigger. And I was like, oh my God, this is Skinner. He doesn't behave like that. And he goes, this is a Darren Morgan episode. And so anyway, he got it out of me, and it was like, it felt so unnatural for what I was doing. But it was fun. It was fun working, being able to work with them.
I laughed.
Did you laugh?
I laughed.
You did. You broke.
I did. I laughed.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
I like to think of those as Daggoo moments.
Daggoo?
Where I saw David say Daggoo in a way I'd never imagined him saying it.
That makes 2 of us.
Chris, what can you say about some of the other themes of the episodes? I understand there's a doppelganger episode. Tell me more about that one.
Actually, a woman who played a character that you're all familiar with, the mother under the bed of the Peacock family.
Karen Knovel.
Karen Conoval.
Conoval.
She's actually here today in the audience.
Karen, where are you? It's out there.
Glenn Morgan told me she always wanted to play a man, and so I took that idea and wrote a part for her that she gets to play 4 different characters, and 2 of them are men. So I think you have something interesting to watch. Episode 3.
Yeah, and she's
amazing.
yeah, she's a special actress, and it was a pleasure to work with her. And yeah, it's an amazing role.
What's the Easter egg quotient this time around?
Easter egg?
Like little hints from the past season or little nods to the previous seasons.
Oh, there's little things. There's things on Mulder's bulletin board. There's all kinds of things. Actually, you know, somebody who's responsible for some of the Easter eggs is Jillian's daughter, Piper. She's been working in the art department this season and has her own special take on the show.
She's good at Easter eggs.
When the cliffhanger had Mulder near death, but when we pick up, it seems Scully is the one.
Can we start to refer to equal time? Easter eggs, Hanukkah gelt. I'm a little, being half Jewish. I like Easter as much as the next guy. But you can also think of it as little chocolate gold coins hidden under the pillows of your couch. Thank you.
What was my question? Why? What's going
Just
on?
say yes. Just say yes. That's what we all do.
You're-
We say yes and we
You're
move on.
beginning to see what it's like for Chris to have to work with us.
Why? What's wrong with Scully? What's wrong with Scully? What's wrong with Scully when we pick up? She's in a hospital bed.
Oh, what's wrong with her? Oh,
Did we see the same trailer?
Yeah, I don't know where to begin.
I'd be spoiling everything. I could give you a funny answer, but you really don't want the answer to that, do you?
And the final shot of the trailer, we see a young cigarette-smoking man. Will there be an episode about his backstory, or is it just going to be worked
Yes,
out?
yes. We actually begin the season, episode 1, with some backstory on the cigarette smoking man.
Jillian, David, and Mitch, anything from last season that fans have said to you that surprised you, something that maybe they took one way that you didn't expect, or something that most people really liked that surprised you that you didn't think, oh, I didn't think that was going to be as popular as it was?
There seems to be a lot of discussion about Scully's hair. I think a lot more than the hair makeup department anticipated initially, but that was surprising, yeah.
How involved are you in Scully's look?
Well, very involved in clothing choices.
She looks amazing in this trailer. She's wearing some nice outfits. Well done, Jillian. Well done. You're fine too, dude. Can we give a shout out to my T-shirt?